Band Guardians? Y'all love dog training like I love dog training? Do you love dogs like I love dogs? One time for all the dog trainers around the world who really trying to get their dogs right. Now I'm gonna tell you what the topic is tonight. You gotta work. You gotta work to make yourself a good dog. You got all these guys that want a good dog, but they don't want to work to get a good dog. You gotta buy a good dog, and you gotta work to have yourself a good dog. If you understand what I'm saying. Who understands what I'm saying? You got to get a dog from good genetics. You really have to get a dog from good genetics. I'm telling you that. And after getting a dog from good genetics, you're gonna have to get out here and do the work, and that calls for imprinting. I don't care if it's a puppy. I don't care if it's an older dog. I had a guy buy a dog from me. And you get these guys call you and they want to tell you what kind of dog you got, or everybody pretty much want the same kind of dog, but you tell them the personality of good dogs and they tell you, no, that ain't what I want, one that does this and does that. And you tell them, no, this is what you want. So I don't argue with these guys. I give them what they want. But at the same time, a lot of these guys don't know that to get a good dog and to have a dog do the things you want, you got to show that dog a lot of love. There's no dog going to work for you if you don't build a foundation of love and a work program for this dog to understand. He has to have a work program. And I'm talking about puppies and adult dogs. They're all the same to me in the end because, older dogs are perceptive to learning at any stage of his life. And if you want him to do something good, you definitely got to show him some love. And you got to build a regimen. You got to build a work ethic with this dog. You got to build a repertoire with each other. A lot of guys get these puppies from breeders, and they don't even show the dog no love. They don't give the dog no time. They expect something magical to happen. It's almost like saying, hey, you meet this girl, or if you're a woman and you meet this guy and you want him to go buy you a Maserati 5 minutes after he first met you. You want him to go sign his name on the dotted line, co-sign for you. Why? What have you done to make them feel like they need to buy you a Maserati? Then why you think this dog is just going to jump up and dive across the fence, run through some fire, swim across a river to go bring you a bone with some meat on it, and he don't eat it? Why is he going to do that? Why is he going to do that, period? So I'm just saying, in order to get those kind of things that you're looking for, you're going to have to put time into the dog. I'm trying to see if I got my chat on. DK9. DK9 house. One time for my homeboy DK9. Yeah, bro. That's how it goes. And then, say you had a puppy that comes from good genetics, right? You know the father, his the grandfathers on both sides, the grandmothers, the great, all these great dogs in your pedigree. I don't care who you get it from, where it come from. The dog, you have to teach the dog what is expected of him as being the leader of your pack. You got to show the dog his boundaries. You got to show the dog that he can be rewarded for doing good things and he'd be reprimanded for doing bad things. That still ain't going to happen overnight. Now, I can get puppies to exhibit certain behaviors, but for them to truly understand me and to be accurate and reliable, like you see Kodak and Quattro, what's up, my brother? 856 XER, XES, what's happening? I'm telling these guys, you got to work to make yourself a good dog. I don't care if you got a Pit Bull, a Great Dane, a Cane Corso, a Rottweiler, a Doberman. Dogs are dogs. They're all the same. Each one of them was bred for a particular use or need, but none of them are going to display what they were bred for, their inherited traits, unless you bring it out of them. And so that's what it's about. It's about you got to work to make yourself a good dog. I get up in the morning, I'm thinking about what we did last night, thinking about what I'm going to show him today, and I'm thinking about how long I'm going to show him, and if he's going to respond to it. Then I say I'm going to teach him this way for a while, and then I'm going to develop that. I'm going to add stuff to it. Like, for instance, if you want a dog to, you want a puppy that's real confident, and you want this puppy to show you guys some real strong confidence and some real strong courage. So I'm gonna take a puppy that I probably play prey drive with, games with. I'm gonna make this puppy chase uh, the flirt pole or somebody with the leg sleeve on or arm sleeve. I'm gonna make him chase him 2 feet. 2 or 3 days later, I'm gonna make him chase him 4 feet. I ain't trying to make him jump 12 feet. A lot of people want to see that too fast. They want to see too much too fast. I want to make sure he's sure about and confident what he's doing at 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet. And then I'm going to go back to 3 feet and I'm gonna put some obstacles in his way and make him get him real height, get him at his highest in drive at that particular time. Then I'm going to make him crash through the obstacles or go over, under, or around. Whichever one that I feel that I want to see him do. I'm going to teach him how to go around it. I'm going to make him go over it first. I'm going to make him go through it. Then I'm going to teach him how to go around it. Make the guy come closer to the edge and go around it. Then we're going to play that game for however long I feel that, he's mastered that. And then I'm going to go 5 feet and make him do the same thing. Now, I may say I'm going to do that for 3 weeks. And then one day I might say, you know what? Let's do something else. Let's do this same game down the street. Let's play this somewhere else, but put a different obstacles. Today it might be a board that's 1 feet or 2 feet. Or for a little puppy, it might be a bunch of cans and some trash and some bottles and some other stuff. I want to help the dog be great. I don't want to try to discourage a dog and say, oh, this dog ain't shit. I want him to achieve. Just like I want anybody that buys a dog from me, I want you to achieve the goal. I want you to be great. Because I think people get caught up when they buy a dog from you and they think you want to sell them some garbage. But do you know that your success is my success? When you walk down the street or you go somewhere and you display the talents of your dog and the person asks you where you got that dog from, you can't help. You got to tell him me. If they breed to it, they going to look at the pedigree. They know it came from me. So your success is my success, but you get people so scared that you giving them a bad dog, and then when they get a dog, they don't even know how to recognize a good dog because they're used to having dogs or bad dog, and they see the weaknesses of a dog and think that it's the same dog. It's not the same dog. See, I find the strengths and the weakness in a dog, especially in a puppy. And if I buy an older dog, I'm gonna asset that dog right there. I can tell in a matter of a minute, less than a minute, in 3 minutes for sure. And if I walk with him 5, I know everything I ever need to know and don't want to know anymore. But I find the strengths in a dog and a weakness in a dog, and then I work on his weaknesses because his strengths are already there. Once I find what he cannot do or what he's fearful of or what he feels that he can't accomplish and he wants to avoid it, I take his strengths and play those games and make him feel empowered. And in the midst of his empowerment and development, I make him face his difficulties that he has in his mind that he feels he can't achieve in the midst of his strengths. And as soon as he overcome it, I praise him and give him the biggest reward jackpot that I can ever give. And, to get these dogs to be what you want to be at the end result, you got to start off right. You got to have the right tools, the right people, create your program, think about what you're going to do before you do it. And if somebody's not trying to help you be successful with dog training, I don't care if it's your little buddy or your cousin, if they don't want to do what you need them to do when you're training your dog, then don't fuck with them. I hate to say it like that, but, for better words, I say don't fool with them. I only want guys who want to help me train. When I train my dog, I don't want your input. I don't need your input. But what I do need you to do is what I ask you to do And if you see something and you can read dogs and you can see, well, right here it makes it matter doing what I asked you to do, then do that. But don't do nothing more, no nothing extra. I don't need you to see how good my dog is. I don't need you to see nothing. All I need to do is see it, because at the end of the day, I give him water, I give him food, I pay for his medical needs, I buy the treats, I house him, I get up every day and do all those things because I'm content with where he is, not you. And that's where we have to make a decision when we start training our dog, the kind of people we need to help us. It's just like a business. If you have a business and you got guys at your business and you leave, they ain't working, they ain't marketing, they ain't calling people, they ain't speaking the gospel, and they're only doing it in front of you, man, you don't need them. You need people who got your back when you ain't around. Because everybody gonna pretend to roll in front of me. I need people good when you ain't around. So that's what it's about, having a good program. You just had your first litter of pups, huh, bro? You're gonna keep one and start from fresh. That sounds like a good idea, because guess what I found about, dogs, and that's why I offer puppies and try to give them a good start is, sometimes you have to come to a decision. If you bought a dog for somebody, say you buy a older dog, and here's the part that reason I started breeding my own dogs is because you can take a guy like DK9 and take a guy like yourself, the 856 crew, and you don't want to X this dog out because you spent $4,500 on him. And they showed you some videos of the dog doing good things. But they didn't show you the weaknesses in the dog. They showed you all these things with a dog doing all these great things in his comfort mode. But then you get him out of his comfort zone, and now he can't be in comfort mode. You see what I'm saying? He's not in his cage. He's not on his property where he was raised his whole entire life. Now you brought him in a new area, a new zone that he's not familiar with, and he can't perform like he did on this video. They didn't tell you he was scared of tires. They didn't tell you he was scared of water. When somebody cut the water on, he run like holy hell. He went in flight. So now you got to figure out all the things about an adult dog that somebody didn't tell you. Because trust me, I'm like this. If you ain't buying a brood dog, most people, when they get rid of a good ass, the dog that you think is good, it's something they done saw they don't like, and they done saw it too many times, and they done gave up. But like 856 crew, y'all might not want to X this dog out because you got that money in it. And I'm telling you, that's the kind of stuff that I don't like about buying older dogs. So breeding a puppy is like having a brand new computer with an upgraded, you got all the elements, a good brain, you got a good chip in there, you got the good buses on there, which is your veins, and you got your hard drive to store this data. You got a T-Byte, 3 T-Bytes now. You ain't got no 225 megabytes, 225 gigs. You got 2 T-Bytes in there, 2 terabytes. And you can hold all kind of information. Your brain's strong. You got a brand new computer. Ain't nothing on it. You can put all the new software on there, and it ain't that old ass computer that can't handle it. So that's what having a new puppy is like. A new puppy is like having a brand new car with no miles on it, but it's a big old tough V8 engine with a supercharge, like the Dodge, like what that is that they got in Dodge. You got scat packing, scat. You got a scat pack in there, mug, and you got fresh good oil in there. You got synthetic oil in there. You got the good brand new transmission, brand new screen in there. Ain't nothing trashy about it. So now you can take your time and coast with this car and ease and change the oil and do all these things you need to do with it and stay on time. And if you stay on time, just like with your training, you stay on time with your training because your windows, don't let them windows close on you. and you go too long without doing this and go too long without doing that, how can you get a good dog? How can you make yourself a good working dog if you went so long? I didn't do any prey drive with him. Wait a minute. First of all, I didn't show him no love. I put him in the kennel. I came to the kennel. He ain't come to me. He backed up. Okay, well, that's what the fuck a dog or anybody do. You can't walk up to somebody on the street and put your arms around him and hug. Hey, man, my name's Johnny. Man, the fuck, you know what's wrong with you, dude? So that's what they're gonna say. So the dog, you gotta let him get hungry, and you don't just poke dog food in there and close the pen. You get you some hot dogs, some good old stuff you eating out the house, and you come up there and you hold it in your hand and let him eat out your hand. And later on, you rub him on the head. Then once he start coming and doing those kind of things, you pick him up and you carry him around. I take a puppy and I carry him in my arms. If you watch the videos that I put out, you guys know I'm always making that eerie, I call it eerie, agitating, no stupid sound. Good boy, puppy. You know why I do that? It's a different sound from everybody, and it can get the puppy's attention to make him come to me. It's a trick that trick the dog head, and I say that every time I bring him food and water. So if he's real distracted and stuff going on, that sound, that pitch, puppy, you know, and they hear that, and I do that every time I bring food, it makes them come to me automatically. That no matter what they're doing, because all they remember is every time he come to the cage with the food, since I was little, that's that sound. He make that stupid sound. He got something. And he always got something good. Milk, cheese, butter, eggs, rice, different kind of dog foods, treats, milk, everything. Vegetables, carrots, the watermelon. Puppy, here. So I build a repertoire with this dog where he knows that it's something good, rewarding when I do that. No matter what he's doing, I'm needing to get over there and see what he got going on. And so you have to get these dogs, pick them up, carry them around in my arms, let them ride in the car, get them in, pick them up. I don't say get in the car, try to make him get in the car. The fuck, why would I want to do that? You don't want to do that. He ain't been in the car. That might terrify him. I pick him up, I put him in the seat of the car, I ride him around. I ride him for days. I might put him in the kennel in the back if I got a truck and in the kennel, and I ride him around till he get used to riding around in the car. He might throw up a few times. Some dogs throw up, some don't. You feed him right then, and 5 minutes later you put him in the car, he's sure to throw up. If you don't want him to throw up, you go and get you some stuff like this right here. Some nauseous medicine. Right there, cheap, right at the Walgreens. You get their brand. Give that to him. But if you ride him for a while, eventually you get used to that roller coaster feel, being locked up in that little kennel in the back, not knowing what's going on, and that fear. He'll overcome all that and start barking, and you'll know if you got a dog in the car in the seat, and after a while he start jumping around and climbing across the seat to your side. It don't bother him no more. You can read the dog. You can see the dog comfort zone, his level of confidence and stuff start to grow. So I put a dog in the car like I'm telling you guys. I ride him around. I take him to all these different places, but I don't try to make him walk on a leash and walk on the ground with dogs, animals, and diseases. I pick him up and carry him. I let him see. I go in the store. I carry him. I go to the store to buy some dog food. I put him in a basket. He ain't going to like that. But I put him in the basket, and he going to overfeel it. He can't move. He's stuck in the basket. By the 5th or 6th time we go in that store, he in the basket. He wagging his tail. He going to put his up. So he's coming out of there in stages. I'm introducing him to this stuff. Windows are not closing. I'm doing it young before he get older. And even an older dog, I can take a dog and do that and make him come out of that stuff. So they're going to come out of those things. Every dog has strengths and weaknesses. You can get 2 sisters and brothers from the same litter. This one's scared of going through the door at the house, and the other one come to the door and look around and wag and might crawl in there a little bit, and all of a sudden he run around. Go out there, pick the other one up and drop him, put him right at the front of the door. And bring him some food. Bring him a chicken bone. Let him lick the chicken bone. He might not lick it. When your dogs are real fearful or scared of something, they won't eat food. You put it on their face, they don't want to do that. Do that every day for 7 days a week. In 7 days, he gonna start walking around like ain't nothing bothering him. By the time he get 4 or 5 months, or you done did that 4 or 5 months, he's out of it. So I find the strengths and the weakness in the dog, and I work on all the weaknesses, and I don't worry about all the great things that he's doing because he's going to continue to do those things, and he's going to grow and he's going to develop. But what I want to do is build a understanding that if you come to me, I got some food for you, and we can play games in the living room. We can play games in your cage. We're gonna play that same game everywhere we go, and until one day you're gonna understand, say to yourself, when you become mature and when he locks in to who he is a year or so from now. Because see, I'm not looking for a dog to be great at 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, 10 months. At 10, 9 months, I started wondering, whoa, in my bloodline, oh, no, that ain't right. And so, he can't be sold. He may have to be put down, but in my opinion, but vets won't put down a healthy dog. But, I'm looking at 2 3 years old. 2 to 3 years, I'm looking at, when I get a puppy today out of the mom's womb, I'm looking at this dog to be great by the time he's 2.5, 3 years old. I'm not looking for next month for the dog to run. I'm not looking for an 8-week puppy to run and jump across a table and do all these things that a dog I bred 4 years ago did, or a dog I did off another litter last month. It just raises the bar for my expectations, but that is not what I'm expecting this dog to do, because I can be Mr. Marino Canine's friend, and Marino dies, right? And then Marino brother called me every day and we talk about his brother, but I probably never liked Marino's brother as much as I liked him, but I respect him and love him because he's his brother. But he's just not his brother. And it is what it is. So I got Safik in here. How that little dog you got from me, you flew into Jacksonville from California about 3 or 4 weeks ago and got you a dog, man. What's up with that dog, man? That little dog you got, he was snapping that day you came to get him. Boy, I'm telling you, it was hard for me to say goodbye to him. But you had done paid me for him, and I'm a businessman. I got to give, if somebody want a good dog, I got to give them the good dog. But boy, I'm telling you, man, he was snapping, and especially that day when he died. It's almost like he knew I was finna put him in the kennel or take him somewhere. He was doing everything I've ever taught him. He was doing it to the highest level. It was like he didn't open up. He snapped on me. He off the chain, dog. He don't bit somebody yet, cause boy, he was trying to bite me, so I know he better bite somebody else. Has he tried to? Especially he's real sweet. He's real kind. He's very confident. He has agility abilities naturally. He's not afraid to jump on things and jump off stuff, jump across the table onto the hill. Most dogs want to jump down and get on the ground. He'll jump from one table to another table like an acrobat. And if you mess around and try to lock him up or push him away when he's doing something, he will snap for real, for real. I mean, like killer for real. You ain't seen that in him yet? In my opinion, that dog is going to be a killer. Wait till he become a man. Don't wait for him to see it now. When he become a man, I'm telling you, that dog is going to hurt somebody. One of my buddies who bought a dog for me, a girl dog, which is Kodak's daughter. Yeah, it's one of Kodak's daughter's sister. Kodak bred back to his mom, Anchor, crossed out. My guy bred that dog, and I had him bring that dog to Jacksonville. I've been working a little crazy, but I'll call you this weekend. He bit me the first night playing the game and locked on. I know he will. Doc in the house. DOC. What's up, my brother? Ain't nothing much. So many great things to say about him. And he be snapping on my adult female. Hey, no, I'm talking about, hey, man, he the kind of dog, let me tell you how he is. I'm going to tell you because you don't know. And a lot of guys get me the imprint dogs like what you doing. These kind of stories you don't really care to know. You just want to see the ending result. But let me tell you the kind of dog that little dog is you bought from me. Like I put him in a litter with like 3 different litters of dogs that I got, right? That sure he was older. He the kind of dog if he playing with a toy, right? So he say it was a bunch of toys on the ground and all the dogs out there. And he was playing with a toy. And say he dropped and leave that toy over there. And he go over here and he playing with another toy. If he see another puppy go over there and pick that toy up, he running ferociously like a pit bull that's been crunked, scratching from the corner. And he'll hit them dogs and he would try to curl. I had to move him out of pens with other dogs because I ain't want him to ruin them. He was terrifying dogs. But then I put him in the pen with some little tiny puppies that was 4 or 5 weeks old, younger than, like 4 or 5 weeks younger than him, real little small puppies. And he just lay down on the ground with them and play games with them and play by. He don't beat them up, nothing like that. It's like they didn't do nothing to piss him off. But other little dogs his age, they go and try to eat or some shit, and then he done ate and he finished eating. And he'll see dogs go over there and eat. He started trying to be a pack leader, man. He's for real, for real. I swear. And not just the dog thing, because I don't like working dogs to not like each other and beat each other up. But I'm just saying, as far as a human, if you do something to him in the midst of his drives and stuff, man, he'll release his frustration on you and snap on you, bro. For real, for real. He will snap. He will snap, bro. I swear. All you gotta do is just wait. Don't worry about what I saw and try to get it to see it. Don't punk him out. Just let him grow up and be a man. Once he become a man, just make sure he love you. Because, boy, I'm telling you, that's a real bad love. That's a loving, kind dog. But that little dog, when he snap, he don't ain't nobody his friend but him. He like a Taurus. He like me. He ain't nobody friend. Everybody around him can get it. He don't care. You can't stop him. You try to stop him, boy, he gonna snap on you too. I saw it. I done seen it several times. But he's such a loving dog. He can charm big dogs. You put him in the pen with big dogs, you think they're gonna beat him up. They be trying to jump him, but he be moving so much and doing so much stuff. And by the time they get ready to snap on him, he done ran to the back of him and grabbed the tail and doing all this stuff after a while. They be like, this motherfucker crazy. They just leave him alone. He ain't never got beat up by none of the big dogs because when they be about to jump him, he don't even see it. He don't even know the demeanor of finna get jumped, and he just do some other stuff and don't even pay him no attention while they trying to growl over him and stuff. He be playing another game and run around. But boy, that's a nice little dog you got, man. That's a nice little dog. I wanted you and your daddy to have him because you and your daddy put about 5-6 bands in my pocket. And y'all guys didn't even know me from a can of paint. And y'all flew out here to Jacksonville and drove here and showed me love. And y'all answered a bunch of questions. Y'all ain't stressing me out like some of these guys do. Buy a dog or two, call every day. Is he? Will he sit for like 20 minutes? Will he go up a ladder? Will he jump out the window and jump into the truck window and start driving the car? Well, can he crank it up all the way and mash the gas pedal? Y'all ain't do that to me. So, and y'all lost the dog, and so y'all had that other female, and I want you to have something to cross into your bloodline. So it wasn't about me loving the dog and giving y'all another dog that I hadn't done nothing to. It really was about showing you that I appreciate you and let you have what I think is the best. And that's what y'all did, man. Y'all took the best from me, boy. It hurt me, man. It hurt me too hard. It hurt me too hard. And you wanted another dog even, but I was just saying, boy, he don't know what he better take this dog. You wanted one of them little puppies, but I was like, man, take this dog. This dog is a different, he got a cross that I like, that I knew about, and he had a nice little structure to him, and he's bigger than what he is beef-wise, from versus when you came, but I was trying to make him a little smaller so he can get in that bag because I know you like to do dogs as carry-ons and go on the plane. So I was trying to make him smaller and not weigh as much, so you wouldn't have to pay that much money and all that. But he gonna be a real big one, boy. Tell your daddy, man, I appreciate him too, man. I know this was you. This time it wasn't your daddy. It was all you. You spent all you put the money and spent your money this time and did all that. But I look at y'all as the same person. You, your daddy, your brother, your sister, and your mama. All y'all some of my favorite people out there in California. Y'all check him out. That man, he has a grow farm. You want that good? You want that good smoke? You got that good smoke. That's why it's called Safik Farms, right there. You got that good smoke. Plus, the brother is a business entrepreneur, so he always got ideas for new business ventures. He has his wine. Now that's what I want. I want a wine. But see, I want to do I got soursop trees everywhere around here. I want the soursop tea. Selling tea, soursop. It has cancer healing properties. But your boy got that wine, got brownies, got cookies. You got all kind of little stuff going on, man. Y'all check him out. He on my live down there. Y'all check him out. Anyway, man, it's all about having work to make yourself a good dog. Find your dog weaknesses and your strengths. Then find a game with his strengths and go out there and keep playing that same game. Don't be afraid to step back at one. Do baby steps. Don't do all that big stuff. Throw the ball 2 feet, have him on a long line on his neck. As soon as he get the ball, run with him this way and be wriggling another ball on the ground, make it run at you while he got that ball. And before you know it, he be dropping that ball out his mouth. As soon as he drop that ball, you throw the other one. Play that game. Next time you put it in your pocket. He don't get neither one of them. You got it. Build a system now. And then you play that game everywhere you go. Play it around water. Play it in different places where he's afraid. Next thing you know, you got your good dog, man. So you got to work. You got to put in the work. You got to do the things you need to do and play the games. My friend bought a titled German Shepherd, and my male outworks him all day. But he is in AKC, but his drive and work ethic is 100. I'm going to tell you something now. Don't get caught up in that AKC stuff, because that's a show dog at a standard, most of them dogs. And so, some of those dogs are not AKC dogs, ain't as strong as the other working dogs, because they don't have, they're not bred a certain way like some of the police line dogs who don't have papers. But in AKC, for the most part, most guys, with AKC dogs, German Shepherds, they want papers. The works, the elbows, the hips, the eyes, and that's all that prestigious talk. Me, I want to see what he do, and I don't want him to get tired, and I want him to play the same game while he's tired and be healthy. And that's the part about German Shepherds. It's real tedious, and you have to cross your I's and dot your T's and look at them hard and know what you're getting. They're a little slower, but the track, when it comes to tracking and anything else, once they know it, they got it. I call German Shepherd thinkers. You get a Dutch Shepherd, a Malinois, you throw a ball across the fence, he going. He don't know it's a bomb over there. He might jump across off a cliff to go get it. A German Shepherd, he gonna stop when you tell him. He ain't gonna just react. He might run up to it and stop and look and then go find a way to get down there and get it. I don't really like the thinkers that much. They're good, but I don't like that. Me, myself, I want a fool. I want you to have a gun, and I tell him he don't think, he just run straight into it. And so that's why I like, the Dutch Shepherd, Malinois types when it comes to working dogs. Yeah, man. I can't wait to get a bottle of your wine. You blessed me before. I'm telling you, boy. I stopped smoking ever since then, too, man. I smoke cigars, so y'all guys think I be smoking weed. I don't smoke no weed. Y'all can thank Safik Farm, boy, because that boy there, boy, I was messed up for days. It took about a week for that shit to wear off. I don't want none of that. If y'all like that feeling, he got something for you. Y'all need to holler at him when you go out to California. He'll take care of you. Yeah, so I got soursop, man. I love soursop, man. I love that. sweet sop, which is sugar apples. I grow sugar apples. I got sour sop. I got all kind of trees out there on my land. I got 5 or 6 peach trees, 5 or 6 black beauty plum trees. I got Baldwin pears. I got different kind of pears. I got 20, 30 Japanese plum trees. I got about 70 soursop trees. I mean, I got them in pots everywhere and in the ground. You know, you seen hundreds of banana trees. I got all kind of mousas. I got banana trees. I got all kind. I just got all kinds of stuff that I grow, as well as oranges, limes, lemons, stuff I don't even like, blueberries. I got 4 or 5 blueberry trees out there producing blueberries I ate off this year. And I give some of that stuff to the dogs too, man. I ain't gonna lie. I test my fruit, watermelons, honeydew, my plums, figs. If I don't, I mean, I eat them. My dog eat them. We sit out there. I put them in the food. That's my dogs eat everything I eat. I'm living off the land. If I had a whole bunch of land, boy, I'd really be on point, man. I appreciate all y'all guys who came in tonight and supported my channel. I'm telling y'all, it's some really hard times. You know, the dog business don't always make money, but I still got to keep the lights on and buy dog food and medication so that when one of you guys or the next guy does come to buy a dog, I'll still be in business. So, of course, I need you guys to support me. You can support me by sending donations to that Cash App that you see on the screen. It's $ULYSEEMUFFJR. Also, I have bite sleeves, puppy sleeves. So it's not always about just donating to me. It's about, just support my business. If you're training your dog, and if you're going to train a dog, whatever you do in life, you need tools. You can't get out there and make wine if you ain't got the tools. You can't do nothing in life if you don't have your tools. Your tools make your job easier. Go to a guy who know how to fix cars, and if he don't have no wrenches, no socket sets, and a jack, and all this other stuff, trust me, man, this man is not finna fix your car. He can do it, but who says he can, and how long it's gonna take him? He gonna screw them off with his hand, and they torque tight? No. So if you're training dogs, and you're gonna train your dog right, get the super soft puppy sleeves, super soft leg sleeves. Get the Senate balls that crunch up, put them in the dog mouth, but they don't break. They bounce back. You can put stuff in them, create, behaviors to find in odors, etc. I got a new website. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's DutchShepherdUSA.com, and it's currently under construction. But I have the prices of dog training and consulting and equipment, and you can just hit me, call me on the phone, and make your payment through Cash App. You can make your payment through Zelle, Vimeo, Apple Pay. I love anything that can get the money digitally to our company so that we can stay afloat until you guys come. So again, I appreciate all of you guys. I need your support always. Never, ever at this level here where I don't need help. I need help to keep these animals and keep them healthy. And this helps me be able to be here and make videos. And I'm going to try my best. If you guys can keep motivating me, I'm going to try my best to come here every day. I ain't got nothing else going on. I said to myself, I'm going to focus on videos, dog videos, and live videos. This is what I do. I might as well do it. I get depressed sometimes, just like anybody else, or get caught up in other stuff and just don't want to do it. I'm just not motivated. What I'm doing it for, and so I don't, but this is what it's about. It's about being here for you guys and telling you about, talk dog shit, you know what I'm saying? And just do the thing. Mario say, your own dog bit you. Oh man, wait a minute, Mario, you got a high drive dog with a lot of drive. Merino, I'm sorry, I said Mario, Merino K9. Man, you get a dog with some real drive and possessive. they will snap on you. Now, that's another video. I mean, that's a whole nother video and a whole nother chat on how to dominate your dog and still keep the drive there and not spook him and redirect them and let him know that what he's doing is cool, but just don't do it on you, just to somebody else. But yeah, you talking about my little puppies, 8 weeks old, and some of them that I play with and put the games in their mind, they ain't no adult dog. They gonna try you. Like kids will try you. Your own kids will try you. Let your little girl turn 14, 15, 16 years old. I don't have enough daughters to know she'll jump out the window and go running down the street with the next dude. And if they disrespectful enough, they'll snap and start talking shit. Make you want to hit them in the head and go to jail or throw them out, and then you just ignore them and try to talk to them little boys. Some of them will grow up if they ain't fearful of you. We don't beat our kids. These days you'll go to jail. But if you don't beat your kids and you don't chastise them, they'll grow up and disrespect you too and call you a fuck nigga. Or whatever your nationality is, they call you out there in the most vulgar ways. Yeah, don't you see them all the time? Fuck you, Becky. You don't see them on the TV doing that? So what you think, a dog ain't gonna bite you? Them soft dogs not, but a real high-strung, high-drive dog that come from 60, 70 generations of certified certificate police dogs, they will feel themselves. They learning how to bite. They use their mouth to bite and do all that other stuff. They will try you. Yes, sir. To answer your question, yes, sir. In the midst of drive and frustration, they will release their frustration on you or objects around them. You ever seen a dog, you doing bite work, he start biting the ground, he can't get loose, or grab your seatbelt in your car and a dog's tearing up pillows? That's what they're doing. Hey, man, I appreciate you guys again. You want to support me? Again, hit me on Cash App. It's $ULYSEEMUFFJR. Or you can email me, hit my phone number at 904-450-3339. You can Zelle us. Anyway, and until the next video, y'all guys keep training them dogs. Don't give up. Keep doing it. Keep coming back to my channel. Watch my videos. Share them with others around the world. And know that you got love over here with Ulysses, because we are